This is what it looks like outside my window right now. And it's not really that much snow, but it is for us today.
Hi friends, it's Liz here, Liz the Paper Project. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am sharing a fun snail mail project with all of you. And this is using items from Digital Collage Club. I will show you how to make a how-to at the end of the video for one of these projects. But I just wanted to take you through what I have done. But before I start, I wanted to say hello to Beverly, to Monique, and to Carol. Thank you so much, ladies, for subscribing and also for letting me know that I had forgotten to add my P.O. box in my giveaway video, which if you haven't entered and you haven't seen it, I will link all the details below. The giveaway is open till the end of the month. And welcome if you are new to my channel, and to those of you that are coming back, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So this project was so fun to make, you guys, and I have to show you the different pieces that I've done. And like I said, at the end of the video, I will show you how to make one of the pieces that you see here. So not my ideas. I'm sure I have seen these floating around on Pinterest or somewhere else, but I wanted to do something for snail mail because I'll be sending out some pieces to friends and etc. So to get started, let me just show you what I've done. So the first thing I'm going to show you is this cute little, I guess it's like, I don't even know what to call it. It's like a little ephemera holder. So what I've done is I've used, I think it's the fairies pieces from one of the kits. I will link everything below. And the way I've left it is so you can actually add any of these pieces. And let me just show you one of my journals just so you can get an idea. You can just add any of these pieces to a current journal. Now, this journal is a 9x6. So you could add it, to your journal, depending on the tucks, if you want to do the closure or not. And same goes for these ones. You can add them to any part of a journal as floating pockets, or or just leave them as they are. But I think they make the perfect snail mail because they're flat and you can still add things to them, but they don't take up a lot of bulk. So I'll, if you need to know any other details about these after I show them to you, just leave me a comment in the description box below. So to get started, what I did is, as you can see here, it's like a nice little fold out holder. I love how it came out, you guys. And so I used a lot of pieces that I thought would go nicely with it. So for example, I used my Tim Holtz die for the pockets. And these two pieces that I'm showing you here are from Janine's shop at J9 Scraps. And I just sort of added a few little pieces. You could see, the different types of pockets that it has, and you can just keep adding to it. This always happens when I'm filming, that this thing never goes through how it's supposed to. But anyway, so you can see, you can add whatever ephemera pieces you would want. And then it's got a nice little spot to put everything, depending what you add. You could even leave a pocket in the back. Here I just made a tiny little envelope. Let me see if it'll open. Come on. I just closed it with washi tape. And then inside you see it's got a little flower. This I think is Tim Holtz ephemera. And then you've got it, to hold a little secret something there. So in the center, what I did is like a double belly band. So on this side, you've got little pockets, and I haven't punched the holes in these yet, but I will before I send them off. And so you've got all these individual little pockets with the cute little pieces, and you can see the way that I've closed them, they won't go any further than what's there. And of course, now it's going to work again. There we go. So you can see that you've got your little tucks there with the cute little, I don't know if they're too far to be seen, but they're just adorable. So I just added like 4 little tags. Now these can be used, in any project. And the thought behind this was you can either keep it together or you can add your own pieces when you have it to add to your projects later. Here on this side of the belly band, I just added a little Tim Holtz piece. And then this one is from another one of the kits. I think it's the Peter Rabbit ephemera, I think. And then on this side, just leftover paper bits as always. I just like to use that up. and I thought it just came out so fun. Now this can be done with an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, and I think it's just so fun. So if you see like the back side of it, it's just beautiful with the details of the fairies. I love it so much. And then I've added so much stuff on the inside with the little tab and the butterfly, and then you've got your little closure. So I think this is so fun to make, you know, for, as I said, for snail mail. I have a snail mail playlist that I will link below with other ideas of mail that I have made, ideas for things to send out, or mail that has come in for ideas, if you want to get ideas on things you can send in the mail. So the next thing I want to show you is these tags, and again, not my idea. They were inspired by a few crafters. Oh, who was the last one that I saw? I think it was Crafty Sabby. I think she did something similar, not the same, but similar. And so I kind of ran with the idea. So I'll show you this one first. This one, again, I was using the fairy kit, and it's just a tag that I made sure to use paper that was going to hold what I was putting in it. I added a little bit of trim there, lace on this Tim Holtz pocket, and then this part here, it's so cute. It's like a little fold out envelope. So I love that so much. I was able to find these little hook and loops, you know, Velcro, and I just think it's perfect because you can add something to there. Now what I liked about this tag is that it, like I said, it could be a floating pocket, but then it also has a little pocket inside of it. And then on this one, I just added another little piece in the front, you know, just to hold more ephemera. This is another Tim Holtz piece. This is from, I think, one of the fall kits. And then when you open it up, you've got a little journaling space and a little card that you can journal. So of course you can add so much more into this because of the pocket. I just thought it was such a cute idea, and I have seen a few different versions of this, but this one I thought would be so easy to do because it is, again, using the digitals from the kit. And then the next one that I did, which, as you guys know, if you watch my channel, I love to make Alice in Wonderland themed anything. And this I thought would be so adorable to add to one of my next journals that I make. And again, it could just go in snail mail. So I used one of the Alice in Wonderland printable papers. And then I just added some pieces to make a pocket in the front. You can see the little ribbon. And then just these cute little pieces here. So at the end of the video, I'll be showing you how to make one of these hidden tag pocket thingies. And then you can see here, I just did another little, kind of like a card, but I also made it look like a little file folder. And again, you can add your own little pieces to that. It doesn't have to hold this, of course, but I thought it was cute just to see that peeking out so you know that there's a pocket. And that's how the ones I've seen getting done were. So stay tuned if you wanted to check out how I make one of the tags. And as always, you can always leave questions or comments below. Let me know what you're working on. I'm always wondering what people are working on. It gets me so excited to start a new project. So let's begin, and I'm going to show you how to make one of these tags. So what you will need, excuse me, is you can either get yourself whatever piece of cardstock you have that's left over. I have a few pieces here that, of course, you know, don't necessarily go with anything. I did print out a piece of the paper from one of the kits, and this is, again, the Alice in Wonderland papers. So I thought I would just I'll give you kind of sizes on these ones, but it doesn't have to be the size that I make because you can make it your own. So this one is about a 7.5 if I go to the top of the tag, and I think they're about 4 inches across because I wanted to kind of make them even that way. And then this one is also about 4 inches, and I think it's 7 tall. So 7 tall and 4 across, and that's kind of how I'm making most of them. So I am going to show you on this piece because it's the one that I've kind of prepared for it. So this is the 8 inch by 8 inches across by 7 inches tall, and it's so easy. All you do is fold it in half, you guys. Try and make it an even fold, but of course I'm rushing, and I shouldn't be. I hope you guys are doing well today. We've got a huge dumping of snow. Now, we have been lucky, I am in Canada, that we haven't had that much snow this year so far, but when it comes with a vengeance, you guys. So there's a lot of snow out there today. We're getting snowed in, and I don't mind it because it's another excuse to craft, right? Okay, so you just fold your page in half. This is kind of how you get started. What I like to do now is cut my my shapes, and this is a tip for you if you don't do this already. I like to keep different sizes of tags where I've liked the tips, sorry, the edges, I shouldn't say tips. And so this is the one that I want to use for this project because it's a bit of a bigger, if you look at it here, it's a bigger edge, I guess. That's what I'm going to call it because, of course, I forget the word. And so I just like to line it up with the top of what my tag is going to be. And this is kind of like my template, right? So I can just cut around that, and now I'll have even corners. I don't have to worry about it being a little bit off. And I hope you can see what I'm doing. So I'm just kind of holding it in place. And this is supposed to be fun, my friends. So don't be too, too picky with how you make it. It's supposed to be a fun project for you to enjoy, etc. So now you can see my tag taking shape, and because I folded it in half, then I'm going to show you how I make the little pocket. So again, super easy, super fun project, but I know some of you would probably ask me, how I did this. So I wanted to show you. So you put glue on the bottom, right up to your edge where you're going to fold it. And then the top, you can do all corners on the top because this is where you're going to hold your tag closed, and you'll be adding your ribbon or lace or trim, whatever it is that you want to add to the top. So again, you fold it back up. Look how easy this is, right? And it's such a fun project to do when, you're thinking you want to create something, but you're not sure what you want to do. But if you've got some, leftover paper bits and stuff, you can just make something to add for a journal later or something. Okay, so the next part is, again, super easy. I'll show you a couple of versions here. And I've printed out some additional kind of little postcards from the kit. And I think I'll use one of these here. I'll use the one with the crown for this one. Okay, so you can either get yourself a piece of paper. Again, this is leftover wrapping paper, I think, that came, something came wrapped in it. So the measurements for this one is a 7.5 tall by 4 inches wide. And the reason I just quickly did that is because I think when you fold it over into your folds, it kind of looks nice. You've got a lot of space here and there. And that's similar to the one I showed you here, where you've got the Velcro. So I think I might want to do that, or you could also add, just another piece of ephemera that could just be used as a little pocket. But I think for this one, I want to add this because I had it left over, and I think it just gives it a nice, kind of nice look to it. So that is what I'll be adding here. And make sure to only add glue to the sides and the bottom, because you'll be using the top, as you'll see in a moment, to add your little tag on in the back of it or something. You kind of leave a little space for pocket. Now, if you'll notice, I did not glue this closed because I'll be adding the Velcro part to it so that it has like a little Velcro opening. These are the ones I have, and I will link in the description box below if you guys want to, oh my goodness, sorry, get something similar so that you can, so that you can get some Velcro yourselves if you wanted to. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll actually link these together first. Sorry, I hope I'm still in frame here. You know what? I'll show you how I'm doing this first. So I'll grab one piece first. Doesn't matter which side. I'll add it to the top of the, I guess the opposite side, which is the ones that will stick together. And then I'll just add it to the center as best as I can, kind of eyeballing it, not a big deal. And it will be popping up a little bit, as you can see here, because it is like a little Velcro thing, but I think it's kind of cute. So press it down, and now you've got perfect little spot in the center. Okay, so there's that. So here's the first, oopsies, the first part done. Now for the pocket inside, again, you don't have to do what I'm doing, but you know, I've got another little journaling card. You can just add that. You don't have to do anything fancy. But I think for this one, well, let me just see if this one fits. Again, I had another piece left over, so I don't know the size of this one, but I will link it below if you need to know the size. And I just made it so that it would fit on the inside of my giant tag, and hopefully it will, because I've been playing around with sizes. This one won't, as you can see. So I will just cut a little bit off. And like I said, my friends, it does not have to be, you know, anything too crazy. I will link my, I will link this Fiskars cutter below if you don't have one, just in case you were looking at something. And I'm just going to do this quick. I just took like, I don't know, 1/4 inch off. I don't know. Like I said, it's just supposed to be a fun, relaxing project, so you don't have to worry so much about it. Let's see if it fits now. It fits. Yay. Okay, so there we go. So you've got your little pocket that's going to fit. Now for the tab, I'll show you that too. And oh, by the way, I've got this little bag that sorry, this little leftover box of something. This I'll be using somewhere else. That I like to keep on my desk, you know, just for scraps and stuff to keep the place not so messy. So for the tab, I just had a piece of scrap left over, as you can see. And all I've done is I folded it in half. Okay. And now you could go around with your scissors and cut the edge to give it a nice shape. Or if you happen to have your scoreboard, sorry, your 1, 2, 3 punch, I just like to, oh, and this is probably going to shake the camera. I apologize for that. I just like to give it a little punch, and then you've got your nice little edge. So it makes it look like a little tag, right? And again, your little scraps, you can just dump them. So there we go. You've got your little tab. This, you can just add anything you want to it. So what I'm going to do now is just put it on the back and just add a little glue to all sides. Okay, my hands are cold right now, you guys. I'm in my basement. I think I've mentioned to you guys that I've finally moved back into my basement craft space, but I'm still organizing it. I'm still kind of putting things together, but it is cold down here. So I can't turn on my fan right now, because if I did, my heating fan, I should say, because if I did, that's all you guys would hear. Okay, so then just, you can leave it like that. You don't have to add anything else to it. But you know, if you want to add a little bit of something to it, I think I'm just going to add that little card. And this is again one of the journaling cards from the kit. And I'm just going to add glue to the 4 sides because, well, I don't need to add that much. All right, I'll add a little bit more. Why not? And then, you know, you just sort of kind of frame it somehow, just to give it a little edge there, that it's nice and sort of even. And now you can see that I've used a piece of scrap paper that I probably wouldn't use in a lot of projects, but for this particular one it's fun because it can hold some additional pieces. Now it's like a little folder or file that fits in the little pocket, and it's nice sticking out, so you know there's something in there. And then for here, you know, I could just add a little card. And I don't have any ribbon right now that I've pulled out, but you know, you could just add your ribbon to the top however you would want to, if you want to add a ribbon, or if you wanted to add some lace, etc. And then there you've got it. So now you've got a couple of little tags that you can use, floating tags in your projects. Don't forget to keep a template of your favorite, you know, kind of edges for your projects. And that's it, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the quick share. Questions, comments, please leave them below. If you want to see any more of my pieces that I'm working on and you want more tutorials, just leave a comment below and let me know. And yeah, let me know what you guys are working on. I would love to see what your next projects are, or to hear about what your next projects are. And yeah, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell to know when I've got more projects to show you guys. I hope you enjoyed the share. I will link everything below that I have used, including my paper cutter, my paper punch, etc., etc. If I forget to list anything, please let me know below, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks so much for stopping by.